on the YouTube folks. This is not at all how you're used to seeing me. But I thought I would invite you to join me today for a little bit of tech day. It is tech day here at Studio BGU. So I'm dealing with a pedalboard gremlin, and this is one of those things I've been putting off fixing for a really long time. But some folks had asked me about some of my pedalboard stuff, and so I thought, well, since I'm fixing it, I might as well explain what's going on at the same time. So that's what we're doing. And let me just make sure. Is that working? Yeah, I don't see the live. Oh, there. There we go. All right. Play a boogaloo. Well, can't play anything at the moment. Stuff doesn't work. So let me show you what's going on. And I'll do two things. My thought is that one of the things I will do is explain my pedalboard, since some folks were asking about it. And then the other thing I'm going to do is sort of show you the process that I'm going to go through, and we're going to hopefully figure out what's going on. And maybe we will, and maybe we won't, because sometimes it doesn't work out. But we're gonna give it a shot. So what's up, everybody? All right. So first thing, the way this board is set up, it looks really complicated. It's really not. Most of it doesn't do much. It does like one thing, and it's just for I don't actually touch very much of it most of the time. But what I got is, from the input, the first thing that it goes to is the vibe machine, which is sort of that Robin Trower, univibe kind of thing. I have, I think, 2 songs I use that on, Running On and When Evil Comes. Those are the 2 songs I use that on. So I've got it for that. From there it goes to an octave fuzz. The solo at the end of When Evil Comes to Town off my first album from almost 20 years ago now, uses that. I use it. I like to jump on it periodically. From there it goes to the Iridium fuzz. The Iridium fuzz, this is fuzz du jour. I'm always playing around with fuzzes, but to be honest, I haven't really found one that I love, and so I don't use it very much. It's just there. That's the idea. From there to the Tube Screamer. The Tube Screamer gets kicked on a lot. This is sort of the one thing that does happen a lot. And basically I have what I consider to be, I call these foundational overdrives. I have an MI Audio Super Crunchbox version 2 and a Vemiram or Vemiram, I don't know how to pronounce it, Janray pedal. And they go through a little switcher here. So in bypass mode, everything is clean. Neither of these 2 guys are in the chain. If I unbypass, green is the Janray, red is the Crunchbox. So it's either or. And this is what's commonly called a clean dirty looper. So most of the time it sits like this, and I drive everything with the volume control on the guitar. 70% of the night, this is how my pedalboard sits. I don't even touch anything. I usually have a little bit of reverb on, and then for a couple of songs, I'll hit some delay. Every once in a while I'm comping behind the keyboard player, I'll turn on the Leslie. That's about it. When I have a solo, I hit that. It makes it louder. It's a Keeley Katana, and that's truly it. When it comes to a solo, if I need a little more gain, I hit the Tube Screamer. And there you have it. Really, that's all there is to it. After the Tube Screamer comes the wah, and then from the wah it goes to the 2 foundation overdrives. After those, the Katana, Clean Boost, the Leslie, the El Capistan by Strymon, and finally the Flint by Strymon. Right now it's going into my Egnator TOL 100 on a clean channel. So I'm going to turn that on, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's got this whistling noise. I don't know if it's going to come through the camera mic, but it's this really, really high-pitched noise. And it's super obnoxious and it's driving me nuts. And I thought it was a microphonic tube because that's what it sounds like. But it doesn't appear to be. Because if I unplug the pedal board and plug straight into the amp, I get no sound. It's perfectly clean. So there's some sort of demon, some sort of weird thing going on in the pedal board, and I don't know what it is. So that's what we're here for. Let me just check in on everybody. Got to be 10 grand worth of gear. No, not even close. Not even close. Couple of hundred, I don't know. And to be perfectly honest, most of this stuff doesn't have to be fancy. My favorite delay pedal actually is an old Ibanez Echo Machine. And I have one, and they're actually way more expensive now to find them than they were when they were brand new. But no, this is, you know, a lot of people like to give me a hard time about my pedal board, that, you know, you can't play blues on a big pedal board. It's not that. It's that in the modern era, we have pedals to do things at reasonable volumes, so we don't have to, you know, turn the amps up to 12 and have club owners pissed off. And there's a whole lot of things that we can do with pedals that the old guys used to just do with volume. We can't do that. There's most places that I play, I can't run at the volumes where that's going to work out. So if I want to have any kind of overdrive out of the amp, I've either got to walk in with a 2-watt amp, which, you know, you pretty much can't find, or I'm going to have to use some pedals. Obviously the wah pedal, the tube screamer, that's Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix used a fuzz, so I've got a fuzz. Hendrix used an octave fuzz, so I've got an octave fuzz. Past that, it's flavors. It's you know, Hendrix used a delay. I'm okay with it. So anyhow, yeah, it sounds like a ground issue. That's true. Maybe a nick and a chord. Yep, we're gonna find out here. So let me see, how am I doing? Yes, I have the vibe pedal. The vibe pedal is before the tube screamer, Paul, which is the Trower way. And so that's it. If you look at a lot of the old, you know, like Robin Trower stuff where he used the vibe, and again, I don't use it very much, but it comes first. So that's what we're doing. Yes, Eric, it's the Flint. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going backwards through my signal chain until this obnoxious sound goes away. So right now I hear the obnoxious sound. So I'll kill that, and we'll go back a level, which means we'll go to the output from the delay. So before, you know, the last thing was the Flint, now the last thing is the delay. So let's see if we still have the sound. Yes, we still have the sound. So it's not that one. So we'll plug that back in. So we'll go back a level from there, or back a pedal, and we'll go to the Leslie. Okay, so now I'm going directly from the output of the Leslie to the amp, bypassing both of the Strymon pedals. Ah, it went away. We have our culprit. I did not expect it to be that easy. Okay, so probably it's this little cable connecting those two guys. So, the one time I don't have 17 cables laying around. Please hold, I'll get one. This is a professional show. This is a professional show. Let's see if we can find a cable. The main thing is just getting one that's not super duper long. And once I actually settle on all the pedals that I want to be here, then I will make this a little more precise. Okay, so now we can go back to the last, and I actually have a cable that runs from the output of here over to an auxiliary jack just for ease, but let's get rid of it. Ooh, it's back. Okay, so maybe it's not a cable. Okay, so if I go from the Leslie, the microphonic is gone. Okay, so if let's try a different one. I don't really trust those Georgels. Let's just try one more here. And then we'll take from the El Capistan Direct. Well, it's back. Okay, so there's something going on with this Leslie pedal. So maybe it's the pedal, although probably not. It's probably the fact that it's just obnoxious in that way. So let's just grab an alternate for a minute and see. This will tell me whether it's the pedal or the cable. And I'm going to go back to the original cable because I got a hunch it was the pedal, not. Sometimes, there's certain pedals that just don't play nice together. And when that happens, it's a pain, but it's the way it goes. No, it's back. Okay. So maybe it's the El Capistan that's not playing nice. So let's grab a different delay. Please hold. All right, so now we'll go back to the Leslie, since it didn't appear to be that. And instead of going to the El Capistan, we'll go to this here deep blue delay. And let's see if that still has that sound. No. So it's this pedal not playing nice with the rest, which is kind of a drag, but not the end of the world. So if that's the case, then this should be fine. And it is. We figured it out. This pedal was not playing nice with the rest of them. Now, how or why? I don't know. I'm not very electrically inclined. So I use a pedal power. All of the electronics are underneath. I don't know if you guys can see this. I've got a Voodoo Labs pedal power Mondo down there. And for whatever reason, there's some sort of ground issue. Aha, well, I have two things plugged into one outlet. So my guess is that was the issue. And so I'm probably going to have to figure out a way around that. But for the moment, I'm just going to use it like this because I'm too lazy. I have 13 things that need power and 12 sockets. That's probably what's going on. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 13. So that's probably what's going on. So regardless, I have figured out where the sound was coming from. I have corrected the situation for the time being, and I'm going to go with it. So just a real quick, if I bypass that, I hope this doesn't. So all I've got on right now is a little bit of the Flint reverb. between these two guys. That old Egnator amp is actually kind of my favorite. It's like it really is my favorite amp. And so what I tried to do was find pedals that sort of emulated the second and third channel from that amp, because that's what I use a lot. So the Vimirum does a really good job of emulating the second channel. And if I need to boost it, I hit it with the tube screamer. Just like that. Sorry if that's overdriving the camera mic. If I really need to beat it up, then I grab some fuzz. But obviously that's, you know, one of those rare occasions. Or the octafuzz. So we can do that. The Vibe Machine will give you that. So you can do, you know, the bridge of size thing. So that's kind of fun. If I switch over to the crunch box, probably a little loud, sorry. Same thing, it's just, you know, it's variations on a theme. The Vimirum, a little bit lower gain, a little bit brighter and squishier. Crunch box, a little bolder. But again, if I add the tube screamer, how much do I use arpeggios in my soloing? Quite a bit, I guess. Oh, I have a Kemper. I have an 11 rack and a Kemper. Yeah, I don't take my amp heads out of the house. I profile them, but I still use pedals. Anyhow, yeah, like I said, the purpose for the Katana is strictly to make it louder. I play in a band with a 4-piece horn section, so a lot of times when I do a solo, you know, there's keys going on and horns and all these different things going on, and I don't like to depend on the sound man to push the guitar a little bit above the band. And there's only so much the band can do to be quiet during those times, so that's why I have that. And you know, the Leslie, like I said, is like if I'm comping. That kind of thing, then and believe it or not, that's with the crunch box on. It gets nice and nice and clean if I just roll back the volume knob. So anyway, that's fun, you know, and of course, like for grab a little delay, you know, if I'm doing something like if I need that, I don't use it very much. I have a song that kind of goes like this. And it has that little figure that goes over the top. And I use the delay for that. And that's pretty much it. So a lot of these pedals get used for like one song in a night. But you know, you gotta, when it comes time for that song, you gotta be able to do it. So anyway, is it a special kind of Leslie? Well, it's the Leslie guitar pedal, and I don't remember what the model number is, but if you it's like the Leslie G pedal or pedal G or something like that, and it has, you know, different options. I'll be honest, if I had it to do over again, I'm not sure that I would. You know, something like the Way Huge. Here, I'll switch this out so you can hear it. But I've always just used a chorus pedal for this, what we kind of call a faux Leslie, and I've always been perfectly happy with it, and I'm tempted to go back to it just because it seems like a waste. So that's that Blue Hippo chorus. You know, for that kind of thing, I don't know, the Blue Hippo is just as good. It's a lot smaller, takes less juice, and it's about a third the price. So I'm probably going to switch over to that, to be honest with you. But if I had to go like super scale down, in fact, I'm going to super scale this down. We're doing the Tacoma Guitar Festival in April, and I'm going to have to scale it down super small for travel. So it's going to be a tuner. Obviously, I got to have a tuner. I got to be able to tune. I probably won't use the Vibe machine. I'll use the Love Pedal Pickle Vibe, which is a little mini Vibe. I'll have just the Octafuzz, just the Tube Screamer, and just the Crunch Box. And I'll have the Blue Hippo, maybe. And that's about it. So when I scale it down, it's fine. And you know, a lot of times I feel like I should just scale it down and leave it that way. Just go with a really simple board all the time, and then just add one when I need it. But you know, it's nice to have options. So anyhow, I should get going. I have to go pick my child up. But hope you've enjoyed our little walk down technology lane, and we solved the problem. Thank you for helping me with that. Always fun. Let's see. Ever try any damn pedals? I got lots of damn pedals. I couldn't resist, Eric. No, DAM pedals. No, I have not. I have never tried one. Sorry, I don't know. Hey, Gene. Yeah, we'll see you in Tacoma. Nice. We're playing on the Saturday evening. I gotta get more details on that, but I will do that and get them to you. So anyhow, hey y'all, take care of yourselves. Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Take care of yourselves. I forget that the camera's up there. I'm staring at the screens, and that's no fun for you. But thanks for hanging out with me a little bit today. I know it's kind of an unusual thing, but like I said, it's tech day. I don't look pretty. I didn't want to fire up all the cameras back in the video room, and I had to do this, so I just thought I'd have you join me. So anyway, take care, and I will talk to you soon, as soon as I figure out how to turn it off. Bloop.